The night was cold, the sea was colder, the icy wind howled through the darkness, sending shivers down the spines of those who dared to face it. The waves crashed relentlessly against the hull of the mighty ship, each one a reminder of the unforgiving nature of the ocean. The stars above offered no comfort, their distant light a stark contrast to the immediate peril below. The RMS Titanic, pride of the White Star Line, was sinking. This grand vessel, once a symbol of human ingenuity and luxury, was now a tragic testament to hubris and the limits of man's control over nature. As the ship's bow dipped lower into the frigid waters, the realization of impending doom spread like wildfire among the passengers and crew. A gash in her side, a fatal wound from an iceberg. The collision had been sudden and catastrophic, tearing through the ship's hull with a force that no one had anticipated. The iceberg, a silent sentinel of the deep, had delivered a blow that would seal the fate of the Titanic and all those aboard. The once invincible ship was now a broken giant, succumbing to the icy grip of the North Atlantic. Passengers, thrown into chaos, scrambled for lifeboats. The deck was a scene of pandemonium, with people shouting, crying, and pushing in a desperate bid for survival. The lifeboats, woefully insufficient for the number of souls on board, became the focal point of hope and despair. Mothers clutched their children, couples held each other tight, and individuals faced the stark reality of their mortality. But beneath the surface, another danger lurked: sharks. These ancient predators, masters of the deep, were drawn to the scene by the vibrations and sounds of the sinking ship. Their sleek, powerful bodies moved with an eerie grace through the water, their senses attuned to the chaos above. Drawn by the scent of death, by the thrashing of hundreds of souls in the water, the sharks, with their keen sense of smell, could detect the blood and fear emanating from the struggling passengers. Each splash, each cry for help, was a beacon to these hunters of the deep. The water, already cold and unforgiving, now held an additional terror for those who had managed to escape the sinking ship. They were ancient mariners, these sharks, and the sinking of the Titanic was just another meal in the vast, dark history of the sea. For millennia, they had roamed the oceans, witnessing countless shipwrecks and tragedies. To them, the Titanic was merely the latest chapter in an endless saga of life and death. As the great ship disappeared beneath the waves, the sharks circled, their presence a grim reminder of the ocean's relentless and impartial nature. The night of ice and terror would be remembered not just for the loss of a magnificent ship, but for the stark reminder of humanity's vulnerability in the face of nature's raw power. The Oceanic Whitetip, a shark with a taste for disaster, known to linger at the edges of shipwrecks, waiting, watching. Their rounded fins, tipped with white, cut through the water, approaching the struggling survivors. Panic surged through those in the water. The cries of terror, the pleas for help, were swallowed by the waves. The sharks circled, their cold black eyes reflecting the horror of the night. Deeper in the cold abyss swam the Greenland shark. This ancient predator, a relic of the icy waters, has roamed the depths for centuries, largely unseen by human eyes. Its habitat, the frigid, dark waters of the North Atlantic and Arctic Oceans, is a realm few dare to explore. A massive creature, slow and deliberate, the Greenland shark can grow up to 24 feet in length and weigh over a ton. Despite its size, it moves with a lethargic grace, conserving energy in the cold, nutrient-sparse environment. Its slow movement is a testament to its adaptation to the deep-sea life. Blind, but with a sense of smell that could detect death from miles away. The Greenland shark's eyes are often infested with parasitic copepods, rendering it nearly blind, yet it relies on its extraordinary olfactory senses to navigate and hunt in the pitch-black depths. This keen sense of smell allows it to detect the faintest scent of decaying matter, guiding it to potential meals. They were drawn to the sinking ship, to the feast of flesh and bone that drifted down. The Greenland shark is an opportunistic feeder, scavenging on a variety of prey, from fish and seals to carrion. When a ship sinks, it becomes a banquet, attracting these ancient predators from miles around. Their presence was unseen, but the survivors felt it. The cold, dark waters of the North Atlantic can be eerily silent, yet the survivors of shipwrecks often speak of an unsettling feeling, a primal fear that something is lurking just out of sight. This fear is not unfounded, as the Greenland shark's stealthy approach is nearly undetectable, a coldness in the water. The temperature in the Greenland shark's habitat can plunge to near freezing, a stark contrast to the warmer surface waters. This chilling environment is inhospitable to most marine life, but the Greenland shark thrives here, its body adapted to the extreme cold, a sense of dread that sank deeper than the ship itself. The depths of the ocean hold many mysteries, and the Greenland shark is one of its most enigmatic inhabitants. Its slow, deliberate movements and ancient lineage evoke a deep-seated fear, a reminder of the unknown that lies beneath the surface. This sense of dread is a testament to the shark's role as a silent guardian of the deep, a creature that has witnessed the passage of time in the cold, dark abyss. Those who survived the Titanic whispered of the sharks, of dark shapes beneath the water, of screams cut short. Their stories, fragments of memory and nightmare, painted a grim picture of the terror that unfolded in the icy grip of the North Atlantic. But even amidst the horror, there were stories of courage, of selflessness, of love that burned brighter than the fear of death. The ocean is vast, unforgiving. The sinking of the Titanic was a stark reminder of this truth. The ship, once a symbol of human ingenuity, was now a tomb at the bottom of the sea. The sharks, creatures of this unforgiving world, were merely playing their part. They were a reminder of the delicate balance of life and death that existed in this watery realm. Sharks are not monsters. They are predators, perfectly adapted to their environment. They are essential to the health of the ocean. But in the aftermath of the Titanic, they became symbols of fear. Their presence amplified the terror of the shipwreck. They were a reminder of the raw power of nature, a power that dwarfed even the greatest human creations. The Titanic, once a beacon of hope and luxury, was now a silent tomb. Its grand staircases, its opulent dining rooms were all gone, swallowed by the sea. The dreams it carried, the hopes of a better life, were lost in the icy depths. The sharks patrolled the wreckage, their shadows gliding over the remnants of human ambition, a stark reminder of the ephemeral nature of life. The lifeboats, bobbing on the surface, offered little comfort. They were crowded, cold. The survivors huddled together, their faces pale in the moonlight. The cries of those left behind echoed in their ears. The sharks circled, their fins cutting through the water like black knives. The survivors, trapped between the terror of the sinking ship and the menace of the deep, clung to life with desperate hope. Dawn broke over the North Atlantic. The sky turned a pale blue, but the air remained bitterly cold. The lifeboats, scattered across the vast expanse of water, seemed pitifully small. The survivors, their faces etched with exhaustion and grief, scanned the horizon, hoping against hope for a sign of rescue. But as the hours passed, the realization dawned. They were alone. The Carpathia, a name etched in history, the ship that responded to the Titanic's distress call, arriving on the scene hours after the great liner had vanished beneath the waves. The survivors, pulled from the lifeboats, were greeted with blankets and warm drinks. But the memory of that night, the terror of the sinking ship and the lurking sharks, would stay with them forever. The Titanic rests on the ocean floor, a silent giant that once carried dreams and hopes across the Atlantic. Now it lies in the cold, dark depths, a testament to human ambition and the unforeseen power of nature. It stands as a monument to human tragedy, a stark reminder of the lives lost on that fateful night in April 1912. Each rivet and beam tells a story of the people who once walked its decks, unaware of the impending disaster. The Titanic is a poignant reminder of the power of nature and the fragility of life. The iceberg that sealed its fate was a force of nature, indifferent to the grandeur of human engineering. The sharks, forever linked to the disaster, continue their silent patrol of the deep. They glide through the water, their presence a haunting echo of the tragedy that unfolded above. The ocean keeps its secrets well, shrouding the Titanic in mystery and intrigue. Despite numerous explorations, many questions about that night remain unanswered, hidden in the depths. But the story of the Titanic, with its tales of heroism and heartbreak, continues to captivate the world. It is a story that has been told and retold, each time revealing new facets of human nature and resilience. The sharks that circled in its wake are a part of this narrative, their presence a reminder of the ocean's untamed and unpredictable nature. The Titanic serves as a timeless warning, a lesson in the hubris of man and the unpredictable power of the sea. It reminds us that no matter how advanced our technology, we are still at the mercy of nature. It is also a testament to the depths of human resilience. The stories of survival and bravery that emerge from the disaster are a powerful reminder of the human spirit's ability to endure and overcome. The unpredictable nature of the sea continues to challenge and inspire us. The Titanic's legacy is a complex tapestry of tragedy and triumph, a story that will continue to be told for generations to come.